It's a great day to be a UW alum. I'm Tanner Russell, and we're here in the center of campus at the Geology Museum. Inside, we're joined by a prehistoric superstar who was featured in a world-famous documentary, and that's just a scratch of the surface. Come with me and let's explore what makes this museum an absolute gem. I'm here with Laura Vietti, the Museum and Collections Manager for the Geology Museum. Laura, can you tell us a little bit about what's special and unique about Big Al here behind us?
Yeah, so this is Big Al. Big Al is a dinosaur called an Allosaurus. It lived during the Jurassic period in the Morrison Formation. Wyoming has a lot of Allosaurus specimens. This one's in particular is from the Bighorn Basin, but we find them in Como Bluff, outside of Casper, a lot all across Wyoming. So we've lovingly called this Big Al because it's Al for Allosaurus. There is new evidence that's coming out where they took part of Big Al's bones and they sliced it and they looked at the layers of the bone tissue. And what they found is that there are some very specific bone textures that are only found in egg-laying individuals, which would make it a female.
Interesting.
So there's a potential that this is not Big Al, but this is Big Allison.
That's so cool.
But that study is still in the works. It's being published on right now. And so it's not something that we're ready to put on the science quite yet, but it still adds to the intrigue of the story that potentially Big Al is Big Allison, and at least it had one batch of eggs.
That's amazing.
There's little baby Allosaur Allison specimens going around.
Girl power.
Yeah.
I'm here with Mark Clements, Department Head for Geology and Geophysics, but he is the paleontology guy. So Mark, can you tell us a little bit about what we have back here?
Yes, so I'm sure Laura did a wonderful job showcasing the museum and stressing that that is just a small percentage of the fossil collections that we have here. We have accumulated stuff since the time that the university started. So there's over 100 years of material that's been accumulating. So there's about 50,000 specimens, 60,000 specimens in our collection now and actively growing, which is great. So what we got over here on this side, these are some of our larger specimens that are too big to fit within the cabinets. And there's some of our real showpieces. And a lot of these were collected back in the late 1800s. Wow. So some of these sauropod vertebrae that we have here. We have the skull cap from a extinct bison in the area. Yeah, which even has part of the horn sheath still preserved, so the keratin. So that's just like stuff on your fingernails. This is a part of the skull of a hyaenodon as well, another carnivore from that site.
It's so interesting to see them like open and shut, like the difference between the preservation of that.
Yes, and so if they're found in that sort of state, we want to kind of maintain that and keep everything together.
We are one of the only places you can go in the world where you can see Wyoming-specific snapshots of time. And so that's where I think we really excel at, is the fact that we do show this very Wyoming-centric approach to paleontology. Now, Wyoming's made it easy because Wyoming has one of the best fossil records in the entire United States. And so we have fossils from most of these time periods. The whole point is that Wyoming's not a jungle, but we were. And so our visitors that come through here can take a look at our museum, see the weird, crazy animals that lived here, and also see what the environment looked like through time. And so it's one of the only places you can go in the world to see that.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and as you can see, there's so much more to uncover in the Geology Museum. Make sure you check it out in person, and until next time, go Pokes!